No matter what you're searching for, you're going to get some kind of results page. If you don't see that map pack on the page, we want to ignore that keyword. This is Local SEO Tactics, where each week we break down tips and tricks to help you get found online and expand your business. This week we're going to be talking about getting found in the Google Map Pack. Nowadays, if you want to be getting any results online, you got to be in the Google Map Pack. There's a lot of different ways to get in there, a lot of different phraseologies and things like that pops the Map Pack. Today we're going to kind of break that down, talk about what's important, what you need to be searching for, how do you find yourself in the Map Pack, and if you're not being found in the Map Pack for a certain keyword phrase, how are you going to get yourself listed in there? So take some notes, and hopefully this helps you guys out. Hey guys, Jesse and Bob here. We wanted to talk to you real quick about our instant SEO audit tool. If you haven't already taken advantage of this, get out there and do it. If you want to get a quick report card and kind of a grade of your website, and actually I should say web page. It's not so much your website in general. It's a particular page, so whether it be your home page or a landing page, check out this tool. It's completely free. It takes about 15 seconds. You're going to plug in the URL that you want to audit, plug in the keyword that you want to try to optimize your page for, and then it's just going to give you a report card. It's going to put it on screen instantly for you. Also, you have to enter your email address, and it's going to email you that PDF instantly as well, so you can kind of take that with you later. This is going to show you some of the good stuff that you're doing, maybe some of the areas that you're a little weak that you want to improve on, and it's just super cool, super free. Use as many times as you want, on as many pages as you want, and you can actually use this for competitors' websites too. So if you want to reverse engineer their websites, find out maybe what are some of the little things that they're doing in the background that you're not doing, it's a great way to kind of cheat a little bit and peek under the hood there too. So go to intrix.com, click on the big yellow button that says Instant SEO Audit. Again, totally free, takes about 15 seconds, and hopefully you get some value out of it. Welcome back to Local SEO Tactics. Jesse Dolan and Bob Brennan here, as we are each week, bringing you some tips and tricks to hopefully help your business get found more online. This week we're going to be talking about Google Map results, right? Or the Google Map Pack, Google My Places, things like that. It's been called lots of things over the past few years, but what we're talking about is getting that map pack to pop when you're doing some searches and to be found in that map pack. Because really nowadays, hey, you want to do SEO on your website and you want your website to rank good organically, but I mean, what are we trying to do? We want to be in the map pack.
Yeah, in map packs, one of our clients pointed us out today. It's map packs, I would say 4 years ago wasn't as important. Mm-hmm. And the reason it's important today is, guess what? 80% of the searches are done on your phone.
Yep.
And when that map pack shows up, people are going to respond to that because that occupies most of the real estate in your phone, right?
It's your whole first screen, if not more.
Yeah.
For scrolling. Yep.
So as important as SEO is, this is just as important.
Right.
And that's why we're really digging in this topic. And people are like, enough of the map packs. Well, guess what? It's huge.
It's the main thing.
Yeah.
I think our first episode we kicked this whole thing off with was how to create a GMB listing.
Right.
That's how important it is. You
you
got to get in that to even be in this game. Everything else after that is about tying your website and your GMB together, right? Quite frankly. So we're going to be talking about today is how to pick the right search terms to be found in the map pack, how to get yourself then found for those search terms and things along those lines. So first and foremost is you need to be identifying what keywords to go after. Now, we've talked in previous episodes about, you want to have your niche pages out there, your main Google My Business category, as keywords. But then after that, there's still a lot of searches that people are going to be doing that don't exactly match up as an exact match to those keywords that you're picking, right?
Right.
So how do you get found for these other things? We were just talking about the example of, let's say, like Audit transmission repair, right?
Right.
If you're going to be searching, if you want to be found for that search, you can't just make a page for Audit transmission repair. You can make a page for Audit transmission repair, but that's not the only thing you're going to want to target. You want to show up for what people are searching for, in Google. Really an easy way to go after that. And I'm sure there's automated tools out there that'll do some of the stuff that we're talking about. We're not naive to those, but we just like to default to doing this manual. It only takes a few minutes. You're only going to do this maybe twice a year, 3 times a year to kind of revisit these topics. And this gets you the exact information kind of right from the horse's mouth. You're just going to do some searching. Pull up the old Google machine and do some actual searching for things that you think you want to be found for. There's your main keyword. In this case, we're talking Audit transmission repair. But then what are people searching for? Are they just going audio transmission repair, near me, things like that? Yeah, that's probably one of them, but those qualifiers, right? Or those superlatives that describe it. I don't know. What some
best Audi transmission shop or whatever the case is. Now that may not show up because it's too niche. But yeah, I mean, all the variations you can think of.
Yep.
And then along with that, just pick on the transmission industry. If there's a specific model that is problematic that you're good at and you make the most money on, shoot, that's what you need to go after.
Yeah.
And you're saying twice, once or twice a year, man. I would do this like every quarter or somewhere between 30 and 90 days because it's changing.
Yeah. You can't, you're right. You could do it every week. I mean, I would say at the very least, if you're not at least doing it twice a year, that's kind of the minimum for sure. But yeah, what the heck? It's a dynamic result. So, and kind of as proof of what we're talking about there, what we really mean by this is to do these searches and just experiment in your head, type it into Google over and over again, these different searches and variations. You're looking for the map pack to pop, right? So if you type in, whatever, best Audi repair near me, you're going to get some results. No matter what you're searching for, you're going to get some kind of results page. If you don't see that map pack on the page, we want to ignore that keyword.
Right.
That's the main thing that we're talking about here. What we're looking to do is identify keywords and these phraseologies that trigger the map pack. And again, there's probably some automation out there to help you discover these things, but we want to do it manually because, like you're saying, stuff changes. We're going to get into a lot of the manual versions that we want to do here, like when and where and different devices, because the algorithm now with Google, there's so many points of data that they take into consideration.
Right.
You don't want to just do this, from your desk or your cubicle or wherever you're primarily, work and manage your website. You're going to want to really expand that out to see how these results change, where you're at. So now within your page, let's just take that audio transmission repair. That's probably going to be your page. Let's just say that it is. It's, bobsautorepair.com/audio transmission repair. That is your page. And that you want that page to be found. As you're doing these searches, maybe you're going to show up. Your page might already be optimized and you're going to pop up in some of these map pack listings. Don't worry about that then, right? Don't write that phrase down.
All right.
You're covered for that one. You're going to want to be recording the phrases that you don't show up for. So best audio transmission repair, cheapest could be one, depending on your deal. If you're looking for audio transmission repair, you might not be looking for the cheapest,
right?
As an example, but best, cheapest, quickest, nearest, those different qualifiers.
Yeah, and even try maybe different models. So Audi Quattro transmission or something like that.
Yeah.
But another thing, kind of take it back a step or two, is this all has to line up with your services, right? That you have. Yep. So in a previous episode or what have you, we talked about the pages that reflect your services, and you're going to have 7 to, let's say, 5 to 10 of those pages, or whatever the case is. Another way to kind of break it down is to kind of go into the Google Analytics, right, and say, okay, what are the top searches? Yeah. And you may find out, for whatever reason, Audi Quattro transmission repair ranks higher and has more searches than just plain Jane Audi transmission repair.
Absolutely.
So sorry if we're nerding out about cars. It's just one example, but but you really could spend time and hours and stuff messing with that. And in small business people, I think it's even more important that you're strategic about it, that you're taking the time to do this, so you're not just busy. Because I think at the end of the day, when you get this down, you can make the phone ring as much as you want. It's really making it ring for the specific stuff that you want to do work for. So.
And there's if you guys heard me type in here, I was looking for this plugin that we use too. It's people also search for, and let me see what the actual name of this plugin is. Keywords Everywhere. There it goes.
Keywords Everywhere. Yeah, that's
it's escaping me. And for Google Chrome, we use it, and it actually embeds some of that kind of Google search data for you right in the web page. So as you're doing these searches, you're going to see the actual map pack or not, and kind of record that. But it's also going to give you what people also search for that's related to it, and it's going to give you that volume. So it's not exactly going to the Google keyword tool to get those. To get the number of searches for that exact keyword.
Right.
But it kind of gets you thinking along these lines, right? Because the name of the game, what we're talking here is doing as many searches for as many of these variations. And like you're saying, you're getting models in there, brands in there, just other variations on this niche that you're focused on to find what's popping for the map pack. And then we want to record those keywords. So any tools to help you come up with different keywords to try and explore. And then you want to also rank those. You can't have a page that goes after 78 variations on these keywords. So if you come up with a bunch that pop in the map pack, you're going to want to try to pick maybe the 3 or 5 variations or long tail descriptions of these keywords and incorporate them into your page. So let's just kind of reset here. So you're doing audio transmission repair, looking for a bunch of different maybe model versions, superlatives about best, cheapest, fastest, whatever. At the end of the day, you want to come up with, maybe 3 to 5 or even upwards of 10 or so of those variations and pick those as things you're going to incorporate into your page for auto transmission repair.
Right.
Because what you're trying to do, and again, the disclaimer here is record those for ones you're not already shown in the map pack for. Because we're doing this research to find out what triggers the map pack, where am I not listed in that map pack trigger, and I want to get listed there. You know what I mean? If these are high volume keywords and this is triggering a map pack, I want to be playing in that space. So come up with that list. Then you're going to go back to your web page. That's audio transmission repair. And you're going to try to incorporate these phrases in there. So if there's a qualifier word, let's just say best audio repair near me was a phrase that popped the map pack and you're not showing up for that. You're going to want to go back to your audio transmission repair page and you're going to want to maybe create like an H2 or an H3 heading somewhere, or maybe have a bullet pointed list. And if you're going to do a bullet pointed list in this context, I would make that like an H3. I'd make all those bullet points an H3 for this and start putting in there, best audio transmission repair in town. Now you're not going to want to use that audio transmission repair too much on your page. Even though we're mixing in some words before and after that, that's still that phrase, is going to show up on your page too many times then.
It'll over-optimize.
It'll over-optimize. So you can say things like, best service in town, or we're the quickest turnaround. You want to find ways to incorporate those qualifier words that were part of that map pack search to trigger it into your page. And that's going to send these signals to Google. They do audio transmission repair. They're the best as rated by XYZ. They're the quickest. Average turnaround time is X, things like that. Because those results in the Google map pack, those people that are showing up there, if it's not you, they're not just mashing that exact keyword phrase in there. That's Google and their AI deciding, somebody's searching for audio transmission repair. What's their intent? They're looking for maybe somebody who's the best or the fastest. They're kind of getting all these inferences, right? So what you want to do is on your page for this niche is you want to be using those same keywords and that same phraseology that's making that map pack trigger. So now you've told Google, I do this service where I sell this product, and you're mixing in those qualifying keywords that make the map pack pop. 1 + 1 = 2, in that regard. And you're going to start showing up in that map pack. Predicators for this, of course, you have to have a Google My Business listing already.
Right.
And you have to have that tied to your website and all those other great things. We talk about that in episode 1. In episode 6 and 7, we talk about how to develop good optimized pages. So this is assuming you kind of have that foundation already for getting that good stuff out there. And then incorporate these searches into your repertoire to make sure you're showing up in the map pack. Now, so all this, let's just make the assumption you're just doing this from your desk and doing these searches. And I think we should probably speak to people about doing these searches in multiple locations. There's different modes. I know one of your favorite is it iSearch?
iSearch and then so iSearch is kind of interesting. It you go out, you got to plug in your country, and then you got to plug in your search term.
Okay.
And then you got to plug in the city.
Okay.
And then it comes back with, I think, more of an agnostic search, because obviously Google's going to take your search history,
right,
and all your other things and serve something up. Now, that search isn't gospel, but it's maybe the baseline of what Google starts out with.
Yeah. And
so you're going to go on a description of maybe how to do different types of searches outside of that. So there's incognito as well, which is the Google. I don't even know. Can you tell the listeners how to get to that point?
Yeah, if you're in Chrome, you basically can start a new tab or switch to private or incognito mode pretty easy. I'll put a link to that in the show notes. We'll put a link to iSearch as well in the show notes. It's free, completely free. And these are all just different things you want to do to make sure if you're searching for the same thing day after day, week after week, Google's algorithm is kind of developing this ecosystem around you for, what it's going to show you and the results that you're wanting to see. You want to make sure you're not tainting yourself, right?
Right.
By seeing that stuff and then attacking and going after that results. So the things we're going to be talking about right here is different ways to do the research to kind of get a fresh look, right? Or come at it from a different perspective, to not have that, tainted history from Google. So yeah, we'll link to iSearch, show you how to do that incognito mode. In addition to that, your IP address plays a role in this. That's one of the signals. Something that we recommend for everybody to do. Most people have a smartphone nowadays, right?
Yep.
And it can be a hotspot. So let's just say if you're at home or at the office, you're on Wi-Fi or Ethernet, but you're on the company network, right? Or even a home network at home. Switch to your hotspot. Let's just say if you're on your phone and your phone is on Wi-Fi right now, turn your Wi-Fi off, so you're not still leveraging your same network.
Yep.
Because you want to be going off the cell data, right? So turn your Wi-Fi off on your phone, then turn your hotspot on. And on an iPhone, it'll say, do you want to turn your Wi-Fi back on? Yes. You don't want to be connected to your Wi-Fi, but you need Wi-Fi on to do this. Not to get too technical there, but end of the day, hook in through your hotspot, let's say your laptop through your phone, and then do a search. Or even just do the search on your dang phone too, for that matter.
Sure.
But what you're trying to do is get on a different network from a different location and different IP address, because that'll show you some different results as well. And within that, hey, do iSearch again. Go out incognito mode. Don't do incognito mode, and just kind of see these differences for these same search terms. What's making the map pack pop?